Thank you very much for watching the video. In this video, I'm going to introduce basic concept of nutrient-focused approach together with introduction to NFA application. There are number of reasons in which nutrition intervention cannot work effectively. I'm going to explain one typical cases which I saw in many rural African communities. For example, there is a community nutrition intervention, a community workshop held in rural area. Community health worker introduce importance of balanced diet for child development, and how mother can prepare meal in good balance by combining different food groups. However, rural families cannot implement this learning from the workshop due to lack of access to nutrition-dense food. This is because nutrition-sensitive agriculture is not fully integrated in local agriculture system. Our idea for improvement is to visualize the gap between recommended food intake and actual current diet. And based on this gap, discuss and recommend improvement of diet. This is simplified diagram to show the concept. First, we conduct assessment of local diet, and as a result, we will understand dietary diversity as well as food gap sufficiency of nutrient, or in other words, nutrient gap for major nutrients such as protein, iron, vitamin A, carbohydrate, and fat. So by sharing this visualized gap, we can discuss with community people how we can fill this gap, making use of locally available commodities. To support this process, we developed a smartphone-based application to support quick dietary survey as well as identification of nutrition-dense food. Okay, I'm going to explain how application works. In the top page of application, you will see this screen. And there are two main functions: family-based assessment and community-based assessment. The principle of approach in both two functions are basically same. Only difference is in family assessment, we focus on only one family, and in community assessment, we collect the information from number of families and make average. So today I'm going to introduce only family assessment. Okay, let's go. By the way, this application target user is local community health worker and agricultural extension worker. So when team of health worker and agriculture expert visit target commodity, first thing they will do is to visit a household and ask the family structure based on age and sex. So in this example case, there are two boys and girls, adolescent, and mother and father. So when you set the number, you will see a family level nutrition demand, like energy, protein, vitamin A, or iron. So this is a basis for dietary gap assessment. After we put the information of family structure, next thing is to conduct a dietary survey. In the dietary survey, we will use modified 24-hour recall. It is like this. After the result, after the 20 to 30 minutes inquiry, we will get this type of table. Black part is just regular 24-hour record. And in addition to that, we are trying to capture the quantitative aspect by using portion size and number. So usually we will ask a question to local family, what did you eat during last 24 hours, together with a name of dish, breakfast, dinner, or lunch, or whatever. And what kind of ingredients used to prepare this meal. Then what is the food group. And in addition to that, we will ask mother for each item listed. How much is the size and quantity? This will be done using this type of picture sheet. So before we go into the community, one day before, we'll conduct a market survey together with local health worker and agricultural worker officer. We will collect common food item available in the market. So, and also we will buy a different size of same commodity like this. And for each food item we purchase, we'll take a picture and we'll measure the weight. So small size 554 gram, medium size 1,000 around 200, and big size, large size 1,007 around 1,800 gram. So using this picture, we will ask community people, when you use cabbage last night, what is the approximate size of the cabbage you used, and how much amount did you use, like a small cabbage 3 or medium cabbage 1/3, like that. So those information will be put into survey sheet portion, medium cabbage number 0.5, like that. So for all the food item, we'll do this information collection. Then finally, we can put those information in the application. So click Add Crop, and then select food ingredient you already gathered the information. So for example, in case of rice, click Select Commodity Food Item, then click Add New Ingredient. There you will see two types of information. First, name of the diet. Is it first meal, second meal, third meal, fourth meal? Like that. And then next part is quantification. So in case of rice, we usually use a cup to measure the weight. And for the family of four member, we assume we eat 4 cups. Then it is equivalent to 600 grams. And we can click Add. So I have already put all the food item in this survey. So in this table, we will see name of the menu, first, second, third, and ingredients, rice, soya, egg, and weight. And based on food composition table, amount of energy, protein, vitamin A, iron supplied from one single ingredient will be automatically listed here. Okay, then this is the final result shown on the screen. This is a list of food item and together with weight, estimated weight, and it also shows supply of different nutrient content. And in the bottom, there is a total total supply of energy, protein, vitamin A, iron. So based on this nutrient supply, two data sets we can get. The first one is dietary diversity. According to the result, dietary diversity score is 3 out of 7. And here, this is a nutrition balance for key nutrients: energy, protein, vitamin A, and iron. As you can see, the biggest gap we can find is here in vitamin A. So this is a basis for our recommendation. First, we are going to focus on vitamin A. Then probably next we will focus on iron. So in case of vitamin A, we need to identify what commodity is available at the local area. To do that, next step we will do is crop availability checking. This will be done in consultation with a local agricultural expert, meaning agricultural extension officer. So for all of the typical commodities used in this community, monthly availability will be checked like this. So it covers cereal product commodity, legume, vegetable, nuts, and animal products, like this. So after confirming crop availability, now we are going to actually select the commodity. So as we agreed, first target nutrient is vitamin A. So we will select vitamin A as priority commodity and also select the month, which month you are considering. So for this purpose, I select February. Then now we get the list of available commodity in February, and so we can select candidate commodities. Here, this list includes food item available in February. And since we are looking at vitamin A, we can click like this. So commodity is sorted by the amount of vitamin A. And we can see carrot, butter, sweet potato leaf, or sweet potato itself, or cheese. So among this out of this commodity list, you can select commodities which is available and affordable in the locality. So I selected 4 food items as a candidate: carrot, goat cheese, kale, and sweet potato. So next step is comparing these 4 food items and identify the priority one. So this selection is just based on nutrition content. But in reality, there are a number of other factors which affect food choice by local people. It includes several categories. First category is nutrient balance. This was already done. So we have already selected each commodity based on vitamin A content. Second category is socioeconomic feasibility. So even we select nutrition-rich commodity, local people may not choose this because it is different from their dietary habit. They don't like it. Or there are some religious restriction to consume certain commodity. There are also cases this nutrition-dense food is too expensive to make use of. So those kind of factors are asked in this socioeconomic feasibility. Another important factor is technical feasibility. Even if we identified feasible commodity and the people like it, but maybe it is difficult to produce due to some reason. So technical feasibility is also important. Then another important item is economics, investment. Certain commodity require investment, such as irrigation, storage, or processing machinery, or seed and fertilizer. So we will ask to the local people if these kind of investment exist and if you can afford to it. Next factor are stability or seasonal availability. So how many months it is available in a year. And also, is there any appropriate storage method? And last part is market opportunity. In some case, if candidate commodity has a good market value, it is easier to recommend to farmer. So we will ask marketability of selected commodity. So there are 15 questions to assess feasibility of selected candidate commodity. And by answering the question, you will get a feasibility result like this. So for each candidate commodity, you will answer. You will ask household member set of questions. So those results will be displayed for better comparison. Carrot, cheese, kale, sweet potato. So out of this result, you can discuss with household member and finally decide which commodity to set as a priority one. So let's say carrot was selected as a priority commodity. Then final result will be shown in this way. Dietary, how if you include carrot in a current diet, what will dietary diversity become? So current diet diversity score is 1, 2, 3. And by adding carrot, it will be improved to 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is a change of nutrition balance. Current diet and improved diet. You can clearly see vitamin A gap is filled by adding carrot. Then this table shows each list of food item consumed. So in the upper part, there is all current diet and one addition of carrot. So 300 grams of carrot every day will change nutrition balance like this and the dietary diversity. Okay, thank you very much. This is all.